Fire, the whole place is on fire.
A devastating fire forces dozens of residents into the night after flames take over a Battle Creek apartment complex.
All I had time for was the dogs and my wallet.
I think our apartment is gone.
The big confusion happening inside as one resident rushes to save his neighbors.
Gunshots ring out near a popular restaurant in Toronto, killing one and sending several others to the hospital. What we're now learning as investigators search for a possible motive.
Overnight, President Trump unleashes an explosive warning to Iran's president on Twitter. What sparked the threat? Today is Monday, July 23rd.
Live, local, breaking news. You're watching News Channel 3, live at 6.
6:01 on a Monday morning. We always appreciate your company right here at News Channel 3 on a busy Monday morning at that. Battle Creek Live Eye, that's the Heritage Tower right near the McCamley Plaza. Good morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Porter. Your Monday Fastcast featuring shower chances honestly throughout the day. 70 at 12 o'clock, 76 at 5 p.m. A lot of clouds and a lot of humidity. Right now it's 65 in Battle Creek, 65 in Kalamazoo, and 66 in Allegan out of Allegan County. How much cooler will be at the Lake Shore later today? Kirk and Erica, that's coming up at 6:06.
If you are just waking up, News Channel 3 is following breaking news this morning.
Right now, crews are investigating a devastating fire at an apartment complex in Battle Creek. Flames broke out at the Village Inn Apartments around 10:30 last night, forcing dozens of residents out of their homes.
We have live team coverage for you this morning with News Channel 3's Jake Barrett and Jessica Wheeler.
We'll start things off with Jake Barrett, who is live at the apartment complex with how crews handled these massive flames. Jake.
Well, guys, the crews that first arrived on scene attacked the fire from the outside, had a ladder truck going up to the top, and then went floor by floor evacuating everybody inside. Luckily, they were able to get everybody out of the building as far as they know right now. But take a look, and as the sun starts to come up, we can see a little bit more of the damage that this caused. This fire started in this section of the building, as you can see here, and rose up, completely tore the roof off of this section of the building of the Village Inn Apartments. Now, at its worst, the fire engulfed 3 floors of one section of the building and most of the roof. When the call came in around 10:30 late Sunday night, Battle Creek Fire Department called in immediate help from their off-duty firefighters as well as nearby departments in Penfield and Emmett Township. Now, some residents we talked to said they never heard smoke detectors go off, but Chief Matt Beauchamp said the building has working fire alarms and the initial call for response came from the building's alarm system. Now, with over 36 units in the entire building, firefighters, when they got here, went right to work.
Our first business when we get in there is obviously what we call rescue and evacuation of the people. Obviously, you get the ones in immediate danger first, which is the fire floor, above the fire floor, and then you get below the fire floor and then attached buildings. And they did systematically evacuation and search and rescue.
Now, fire officials report that all 60 to 80 people inside the building were able to make it out safely, but 7 people are being treated for smoke inhalation and 1 firefighter suffered an injury due to overexertion. Now, several animals were rescued from the building, some almost 3 hours after the fire started, when firefighters had a chance to go in and make a full sweep of the building. Now, crews have arrived here to start boarding up the building. The fire marshal has been on scene, but will likely not get a chance to really take a look and try and investigate the cause of this fire until a little bit later on this morning. For now, we're live in Battle Creek. Jake Barrett, News Channel 3.
All night long, we've been receiving photos from you showing massive flames and plumes of smoke billowing out of this complex.
And while crews tackled the flames, residents tell us they rushed out with everything they could grab.
Continuing our live team coverage this morning, News Channel 3's Jessica Wheeler is live at the Red Cross shelter set up this morning with the story of one resident we're told who rushed to try and save those inside.
Yeah, Kirk and Erica, many of the residents we spoke with, as you heard from Jake, they didn't hear the smoke alarms go off. They were alerted by the smell of smoke and their neighbors rushing to wake them up. In fact, they're crediting one man with saving their lives.
Fire, the whole place is on fire. Our son started pounding on the door. Get out, the whole place is on fire.
Their son, he went running through the building and made sure that everybody was evacuated. He went door to door, kicking doors, hitting doors, warning everybody.
And that man, after spending a lot of time in that building, I'm told he is at the hospital with minor injuries right now, mostly smoke inhalation. Once alerted to the fire, most of the more than 60 people inside only escaped with the clothes on their backs and what they could grab in that instance. Most people only having time to grab their children and their pets. They described seeing the flames as they ran out. Many of them this morning wondering what of their apartments is left. Now we're here at the Red Cross shelter. This is Covenant Hope Church is on Wagner Drive, a couple miles away from the fire. The Red Cross is set up here. They'll be here for as long as they're needed. They're saying anyone who needs them is welcome to come here. They'll have a place to stay. They'll have breakfast here this morning. Again, this is the Covenant Hope Church on Wagner Drive. Reporting live in Battle Creek, Jessica Wheeler, News Channel 3.
We've been on scene all night long. We'll continue to follow every development from this apartment complex fire this morning.
We are in close contact with crews on scene. We will let you know the latest regarding the cleanup and these victims, and we will be live all morning long. In the meantime, you can find all of our coverage at WWMT.com.
Right now, police are trying to get an armed suspect out of a house in Grand Rapids. This is happening at a home on 33rd Street and Marshall Avenue Southeast. Police say it started around 1 a.m. when they received a call of shots fired on Marshall. They say the suspect then ran into an apartment complex there. Officers had to evacuate all the other apartments, but no one is hurt. Authorities say they don't know how many people are inside with the suspect, but there's a history of weapons charges. The suspect is also refusing to surrender. Negotiators are trying to talk to them. Stay with News Channel 3 for updates.
Two people are dead and 14 others injured after a mass shooting in Toronto. Authorities say one of those killed was the alleged gunman. The shooting happened just after 10 last night outside of a local restaurant. Police say when they arrived on scene, the suspect was armed with a handgun and a shootout ensued. They say the suspect likely died in that gunfire exchange. Police are now actively investigating all possible motives in this shooting.
Because it's early, we don't have a lot of what has caused the motivation of this, and we are actively investigating that right now. When you have this many people that are struck by gunfire, it's a grave concern.
We do know a young woman was killed in the shooting, and a 9-year-old girl is in critical condition.
Right now, Berrien County deputies are searching for a man accused of robbing a gas station at gunpoint. Take a close look at your screen. This is who they're looking for right now. Deputies say a man walked into the BP gas station on Niles Road in St. Joseph at around 9:30 last night and pulled out a pistol. We're told the suspect got away with cash. No one was hurt. The suspect being described as a black male, approximately 5'9", with a medium build. He was last seen wearing a dark hoodie and dark pants. If you recognize this man or have any information, please contact the Berrien County Sheriff's Office.
Perfect. 6:08 on the clock. We hope you're on time on this Monday morning. Time to go to the lakeshore where we're softly cooler than we are inland. So 74 Saugatuck, Douglas and Ganges, Fenville, 76 in Allegan, 74 at Holland. 2 to 3 footers. Cloudy skies over Lone Lake, Berry County, 65 degrees, light winds. We are watching some showers. This is Mecosta County. Motion essentially toward the south at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Should be in Etna at 6:37. When the 80s return, what day this week is the warmest? Erica, that's at 6:20.
Scary moments for a West Michigan mother after her car catches fire on the highway with her baby in the back seat. The person who happened to be driving by when it happened. And summer is officially ending for some Kalamazoo area students as they head back to school today. The reason why the district is making this move. Today, Berrien County authorities will continue looking for a kayaker who went missing on the St. Joseph River. Emergency crews suspended their search again last night for a Kalamazoo man who disappeared on the river over the weekend. Police have identified the missing kayaker as Mike Scott, who's part of Kalamazoo's paddling club. We're told the 35-year-old went missing while the group was out kayaking Saturday evening. Search and rescue crews have located Scott's kayak, but they did not find him.
One of the problems is that the water is high, it's moving quickly, and the water's dirty, so visibility is very difficult for the people in the water.
Deputies say the kayaker was not wearing a life jacket. They are classifying this as a missing persons search and will be out on the St. Joseph River again later this morning.
Authorities in Missouri are gathering evidence from last week's deadly duck boat accident, where the investigation stands this morning as the community mourns the victims. And tense moments inside a Los Angeles Trader Joe's when a gunman holds dozens of people hostage for hours. This morning, we're learning more details about what led up to this standoff.